Section 9 of Birds and All Nature, Volume 4, Number 4, October, 1898. Recorded for LibriVox.org by K. Hand. The Tufted Puffin. These birds nest in colonies, the family consisting of about 30 species, nearly all found in the northern parts of the northern hemisphere. Audubon is said to have procured the specimen figured by him at the mouth of the Kennebec River, Maine, the only record of its occurrence on the Atlantic coast. The tufted puffin breeds upon the rocks and in the rabbit warrens near the sea, finding the ready-made burrows of the rabbit very convenient for the reception of its egg, and fighting with the owner for the possession of its burrow. Where rabbits do not exist, the puffin digs its own burrows and works hard at its labor. The egg is generally placed several feet within the holes, and the parent defends it vigorously. Like most of the seabirds, both sexes assist in incubation, says a recent writer, referring to the birds found at the famous rookery in the open sea 200 miles west of Fort Wrangell, an island often visited by the Indians for birds and eggs, and are close sitters, a great amount of probing with a long stick being necessary to dislodge them. A grassy hillside is a favorite retreat, and here it is dangerous to travel about on account of the puffins constantly coming blindly out of their dark holes with a force sufficient to upset one if fairly struck by the flying birds. When specimens are wanted they are easily captured with snares set over their holes during the night. The vari-colored, pear-shaped eggs are well known and make good eating. The Farallones are the home of a vast number of puffins, as well as other seabirds, though less numerous than formerly. The nests have been robbed for the eggs to an extent that threatened their extermination until a recent law was enacted for their protection. A portion of the island is a veritable rookery, the grotesque birds standing guard all about the rocks. They are very awkward on land, moving with a comical waddling stride, but on the wing are graceful, rapid flyers. They dive and swim with ease, pursuing the fish in the water, which, with crustaceans and insects, constitutes their food. The Farallones have become largely known from the wholesale collection of the eggs of seabirds for market purposes. As they nest chiefly in colonies, the eggs therefore being numerous, it has been hitherto a considerable industry. The eggers starting together soon separate to cover their various routes over the cliffs, the birds appearing in rows all over the hillside. As an egger climbs his familiar trail toward the birds, a commotion becomes apparent among them. They jostle their neighbors about the uneven rocks and now and then with open bills utter a vain protest and crowd as far as possible from the intruder without deserting their eggs. But they do not stay his progress and soon a pair, then a group, and finally as the fright spreads the whole vast rookery take wing toward the ocean. Instantly the western gulls congregate with their hollow cock-cock-ha and shrill cries adding to the din, to secure their share of the booty, and the egger must then work rapidly to secure the eggs. End of section 9. This recording is in the public domain.